You see stories online of people making huge gains overnight, and you think, I want that too. This is probably the biggest and most common trap: the obsession with fast results. We live in a world of instant gratification. We want our food delivered in minutes, our shows on demand, and our financial success overnight. But here's the hard truth. Real, sustainable wealth isn't built in a day. It's built brick by brick, decision by decision, over years. Chasing quick wins often leads to taking massive, uncalculated risks. You might hear about a hot new stock or a trendy investment and feel the urge to pour all your money into it, hoping to strike it rich. This is financial FOMO, the fear of missing out, and it's a dangerous game. More often than not, by the time you hear about a guaranteed hot tip, the big money has already been made, and you're left holding the bag when the hype dies down. Instead of chasing these fleeting trends, the truly successful approach is to focus on building a solid base. So, what does that base look like? It starts with something that sounds a bit boring but is absolutely essential. Education. Before you invest a single dollar, invest your time, learn the fundamentals. What's the difference between a stock and a bond? What is a mutual fund? What does diversification actually mean? You don't need a PhD in economics, but you do need to understand the basic language and principles of investing. There are incredible resources out there, books, podcasts, and reputable financial websites that can teach you everything you need to know. Taking the time to learn this stuff is like learning to read a map before you set off on a cross-country road trip. Without it, you're just driving blind. It allows you to see past the hype and evaluate an opportunity based on its real merit, not just its popularity. Once you see the numbers in black and white, you can start making powerful, intentional choices. Now, let's talk about risk. This is a big one. Many beginners either underestimate risk, thinking they're invincible, or they're so terrified of it that they never get started at all. Both extremes are problematic. Underestimating risk is what leads people to put their life savings into a single, speculative investment. They see the potential upside, but completely ignore the very real possibility that it could all go to zero. On the other hand, being too afraid of risk means you might leave all your money in a savings account where it's slowly eaten away by inflation, losing its purchasing power over time. The key is to understand your personal risk tolerance. This is unique to you. It depends on your age, your financial goals, and your emotional ability to handle market ups and downs. A 25-year-old with a long time horizon can generally afford to take on more risk than a 60-year-old nearing retirement. The goal isn't to avoid risk entirely. That's impossible if you want to grow your money. The goal is to manage it intelligently through diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's the process of your earnings generating their own earnings. Of course, a huge part of this journey is acknowledging that you will make mistakes. But everyone does. I've made them. The most successful investors in the world have made them. A mistake isn't a failure. It's a learning opportunity. Maybe you bought a stock on a whim and it tanked. Don't beat yourself up. Instead, analyze what happened. Why did you make that decision? Was it based on emotion? Did you skip your research? Use that experience to create a rule for yourself, like I will never invest in something I don't fully understand. The real problem isn't making a mistake. It's repeating the same mistake over and over. That's what becomes expensive. Keep a journal of your financial decisions, both good and bad. Review it periodically. This self-reflection is incredibly powerful for refining your strategy and becoming a smarter, more disciplined investor over time. Finally, let's tie this all together into a simple, actionable philosophy. Financial growth isn't about finding the next get-rich-quick scheme. It's about building consistent, positive habits. Think of it like getting physically fit. it. The key is to not get derailed, to learn from it, and to get right back on track. So, to recap, forget the obsession with fast results. Focus on building a strong foundation through education. Create and use a budget to guide your spending with intention. Understand and manage risk through diversification and cultivate the superpower of patience. Learn from your mistakes, but don't repeat them, and build the small, consistent habits that will carry you toward your financial goals. This is the real path to financial freedom.